everyone. Each of our lives have been touched by COVID-19, and I clearly see that 2020 is going to be a very different year as compared to last many years. So talking about that, in today's video I'm going to be talking more about plain gold, plain metal as one of the trends, where what kind of working, what kind of products has to be planned on that particular area. In my last few videos, I talked a lot about the studded categories, and I got requests that why not talk a little bit about the plain gold and plain metal. So here I go. So obviously, with the gold prices going up and with people looking to gold as a safe haven, I see a lot of working has to be done on the product plan. You know, the previous product which were more labor intensive will have to be reduced, because people are now considering gold as an investment, so they would want to omit the part of the labor and want to purely invest in gold, which means that companies will have to go in a way that they can reduce the labor. See, we clearly see that the price battle has already started. You know, the manufacturers will start competing against each other. A lot of price battle when the end consumer is expecting less of labor. Everyone will have to work accordingly, right? So in that case, I see a lot of manufacturing shift also happening. So manufacturing shifts will happen, like plain, so areas which are expensive, where the manpower is much more expensive, I see still the studded category being taken care there. But when it comes to plain metals, silver, plain gold, all of that will start shifting to smaller places, smaller towns, because the manufacturing and the labor could be reduced there. So I see that as one of the manufacturing trend. Talking more about the plain gold metal trend, I see a lot of hollow jewelry which is going to be coming into the market. Hollow jewelry could be electroforming, it could be stamping, all the kind of those techniques which will be now being seen at much faster pace as compared to the last few years. I also see a lot of textures and plating work which will be done on the jewelry, because see, when people are shying away from getting into the studded category, what they would be expecting, how you can have the design differentiation with the cutting edge differentiation, is because of the way you plate or because of how you come up with new kind of texturing. So that is those are the areas where you'll have to definitely focus. Also, to add to this point, is the young consumer is shying away from gold, but they're still investing. So if they have money to invest, and if you have a correct product, I still see a lot of possibility of them buying plain gold jewelry, which are much more fashionable, day-to-day wear, and also as a part of investment. So giving you an example, that maybe why can't we come up with like 24 karat gold? Obviously it's going to be non-studded because it's too soft as metal, but instead of someone putting that gold bar in their bank, if we can come up with product where someone can wear the 24 karat gold, flaunt it, and also as a part of the investment, those are the kind of products. When it comes to gold, I'm seeing those kind of products coming more in. See, you'll have to also understand that in the domestic world also, a lot of cultural elements were seen. So now you'll have to play with a much modern form, fusing it with the cultural elements. So you'll have to work accordingly. Now, talking about fusion as a process, I see a lot of silver gold combinations coming in. Silver is still much cheaper as compared to gold or any other metal. So I also see a lot of silver gold combinations in terms of product, where like gold accent kind of products, which I can see it coming in the Indian market and the rest of the world as well. I also see a lot of technological sync. Now people would be working with their machinery in a much better way. There has to be a lot of technological sync, where some machines which are not getting utilized properly, let's use them in a nicer way, so that all those things which are possible with the technology could be done. About different seasons, like Akshat Tritiya just went, and it was not as successful as because of COVID-19, obviously. Next is going to be the bridal season. Now everyone should be focusing onto that particular to create the range. Now talking about the technology. Let's add those technology for doing those bridals. Why can't we do plain gold jewelry, which is more hollow, and make them like bridal sets? Why can't we invest on those kind of techniques where you can give much more perceived value? Also, temple jewelry is something which is been traditionally been selling very well. So can we not have the traditional temple jewelry fused with some kind of newness, with some addition of some technology, or with some mixture of some modern forms to it? So those are the kind of ideas. While developing a product plan, an organization will have to think about it. Also, I see a lot of charms coming to the market. Charms as in lucky charms. It has always worked very well overseas. I see that trend slowly and gradually coming into India also. Now, believe it or not, people still believe on luck. People still believe on some kind of spiritual benefit which they can get from something what they wear. We see that the gemstones have always been used for the spiritual purpose. Now I see some of the charms which are also going to be adding to the collections. Obviously those going to be lightweight charms, but that is something where you guys should be focusing more on. Also, I would like to take a small example. If we have all heard about the company called Pandora. Pandora is a chain of retail stores where they are actually working with one concept of engaging the customer. Now they have this beautiful silver bracelets where you keep on adding those charms. So the idea is to book a customer for long term. Now someone goes, buys a charm from them, and for every occasion that person is booked, that customer is indulged to buy from them, because in the bracelet they'll start adding their whatever they like. If they're into swimming, they will add a swimming charm. If they're into music, they'll start adding a music charm. If it's their birthday, someone can give them a charm which has a cake as a motif. So I'm just giving you example. Work on the strategies which makes the customer come to your doorstep again and again. I think that is going to be the mantra for the day. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or send me a one-liner, and I'll be happy to give my feedbacks on that. I wish everyone a safe stay home, and let's hope that the pandemic gets over fast.